I had every intention of recording this quote-unquote properly. Green screen, camera, etc, etc. But we're having a little bit of a mini heatwave here in Britain right now, which means that it's getting on for 26, 27 degrees in my room with no lights on whatsoever. So sticking the camera on, sticking the lights on just to generate more heat, no. I don't have air conditioning because it's expensive and I can't afford it. So I am afraid that for this Manderville stuff, and I'm not going to be able to do all the Manderville stuff because the server's going down for maintenance tomorrow, 2 days before Dawntrail. I just want to get the next stage of the Scythe, essentially. So, by Agents Unknown. Demajen, eager to resume our investigations? I know I am. Do you recall that scrap of alien starship we recovered? Well, Inspector Manderville has employed his unsettlingly calculative capacity to extrapolate the damage to the greater whole, and he's concluded that the vessel would be incapable of flight without extensive repairs. Our most likely scenario, then, is that some unknown agent made off with the starship wreckage, along with Poo-Poo's acquaintance. Fortunately, I have a fair idea who that unknown agent might be. After all, there is a singularly shadowy cabal with a history of concealing extraterrestrial activity. Actually, let's head over to the Karma first. The Inspector and the others are staying in a dwelling there, and I'd rather not explain myself twice. Probably wise. Probably wise. Now, where am I going? It is horrible misfortune, Demajen. Calamitous even. Poor Master Poo-Poo has fallen gravely ill. A little alien on a not-so-little bed. He's so bluish-green. Also, I mean. How could he have caught a cold? I suppose it was quite chilly up there in Gollumald. Poo-Poo is an alien. Who knows what extraterrestrial diseases might be ravaging his body? Nashu's delights are the best medicine for whatever ails you, as the Inspector himself can attest. Good gods, Nashu, you'll blow our host's domicile to pieces. Put them away. If I may, when I was cloned from the Inspector, certain gaps in my knowledge were patched with supplementary data from the Starship's archives. This information included an encyclopedic understanding of Master Poo-Poo's physiology, which should be sufficient for me to diagnose his condition. The Xenoman hybrid mind. That explains the impossible calculations. D. They liked it so much they had to use it again. I have it. Master Poo-Poo is affected by a terrible case of the common cold. God grant me strength. As a visitor to Etheris, Master Poo-Poo has no prior exposure to our maladies. He is thus particularly susceptible to infection, and more likely to experience severe symptoms. Aha! It is just as I surmised. We must put aside the case until we have nursed our stricken companion back to health. But even if it is a common cold, isn't there a risk that our medicines do him more harm than good? They almost certainly would. Based on the results of my analysis, however, I believe I can synthesize an effective remedy. We need but gather the ingredients. 10 ingredients you shall have. So, what are we gathering exactly? Most of what we require can be drawn from Master Poo-Poo's collected samples. Otherwise, there are only 2 which we lack. The first of these is the liver of a giant tortoise. A suitable organ can be extracted from one of the Cachappa. When does Saltwind's welcome? Ah, the slaughtering of a monstrous opponent. That sounds like a job for Demajen. Which we seem surprisingly cheerful about. The other material in question is a rare fungus known as damp shroom, which I am hoping can be found among the Great Works' extensive stock of alchemical reagents. Ah, very well. Nashu, Delian, and I will scour the alchemist's shelves. Meanwhile, I would ask that you remain here and keep an eye on our ailing patients. Inspector Vanderhilt, you're such an expert on all things, Thavnair. Oh, I wouldn't say expert. Simple conclusions from simple observations, nothing more. As I said, I am hoping the alchemists have the damp shroom we need, but it really is quite rare. Once you have the tortoise liver, would you be so kind as to assist the others in procuring the fungus? Nod. Then let us not prolong Master Pooh's suffering a moment longer. It's all gonna go wrong. It seems we have a job to do. Further discussion of the abduction will have to wait. Okay, slay Cachappa. Obtain a giant tortoise liver. Ah, the last few fleeting moments of a game destined for a graphical update and new expansion. That was easy. I'm very looking forward to seeing just how the graphic update just in general affects things. I know there were a lot of people that really dislike the colour grading of FF14. They think it's very washed out. They think it's very dull. I actually am fine with it. I did go through that that experience of having reshades, and I do actually have reshade installed here, but I've got it purely for green screening the character out for thumbnails. Basically, all I would probably do with it now is maybe up the contrast ever so slightly, but realistically, it actually doesn't bother me at all. I just find it an interesting observation because I've seen quite a lot of stuff on social media over the last few days, you know, with Dawntrail prep coming. People like, oh, you're going to need this reshade filter, this reshade presets, and that Lalafell's still there. Just to, you know, make the game look the way it should do. It's like, no, this is the way the game should look, because that's the way the developers have made it. Ah, Demajen. I had every confidence you would bring us a suitable liver. Alas, the dank shroom yet eludes us. The alchemist said the fungus has few applications, so they don't bother to stock it most of the time. Then I must put my keen inspector sense to work. Stand back whilst I attune myself with the essence of the dank. Oh dear lord. Damp. The word is damp shroom. Forgive me if I have no faith in your abilities. Just close, my friends, and getting closer and closer even as we speak. Hey, you folk are in the market for damp shrooms. I might have some to sell, if you're interested. But how? We certainly are, my fine fellow. Right then, if you'll give me a moment to retrieve the goods, we can finalise our transaction upon the perfume rise. Was it genuine clairvoyance or sheer coincidence? I'm not sure anymore. Though in all fairness, when it comes to Inspector Hildebrand, preternatural perception is one of his least baffling talents. In any case, we should hurry to the rise and take this man up on his timely offer. It's a trap. He's not even being subtle about it anymore. Is the stalker guy wearing pink? I forgot his name entirely, because it's been months and months and months. Is he wearing pink to imitate Nashu, or just I don't know. I don't even know. Let's just wait. Ah, you're here. Good, good. And here is the damp shroom as promised. Yo-ho! Glad are we for your assistance. Ah, not so fast. There's still the matter of payments. Of course, of course. And how much do we owe you, my good man? Considering the extreme rarity of the fungus in question, I couldn't let it go for less than 1 million gil. 1 million gil? For one measly mushroom? That's outright robbery. A bargain, I counter. You paid tenfold my price in the markets. I thought to do you a kindness in light of your urgent need, but I'm more than willing to find another buyer if you wish to spit upon my generosity. It's clearly going to be very easy to find and so on and so forth. This is all a scam, obviously. Ashu, how far are we going? Good plumb out, Inspector. Ah, then this is a prickly pickle. Where are we to obtain sufficient funds at such short notice? What? I have an orchestrion roll collecting problem. Gotta buy them all. Spent the last of my savings on Return to Oblivion. If that's the way of it, then I shall beg farther for the necessary amount. Saving Master Poo-Poo's life is worth every gil. Give that man nothing. Hello? Random NPC? Just... Uh-oh. We have you now, deceitful scum. Your swindling days are over. Don't know why he's a pirate. This is why I don't voice act. Look forward to Dawntrail for more. As a town city guard at your service, we'd received reports of this man's questionable activities and have been keeping a close eye on him ever since. Damp shroom is a rare find in the bazaar, to be sure, but only because there's no real demand for it, and the price this charlatan quoted you was quite frankly ludicrous. But thanks to your ignorance and poor judge of character, we were able to catch him in the act. As a token of our gratitude, you are welcome to keep the fungus, assuming you still want it. Yes, very much so. This is very magnanimous of you. Aha! Ah, you think I'd enjoy tricking fools out of their coin? That bastard hadn't declared my job redundant and I wouldn't have needed to stoop so low. Hildebrand's compassion is soon to get the better of him. He blames a rising star among the merchant princes for his woes. Vanudi, I believe his name was. Versus the trading consortium where the man was working, which led to a restructuring of the hierarchy. A lot of people had to work. Van Hoody, I know that name. Something about an acquisitions deal gone sour? Father was willing to sell him a slice of his Hannish enterprise, I think, but balked when the man offered to buy our family business in its entirety. Truly, there is no telling how deep the coffers of this Van Hoody are. Or do any know the secret of how he amassed such kingly wealth so damnably fast? Oh, whispers, though. That he solved alchemy's oldest and most legendary of problems, the transmutation of base metal into gold. Unlikely, to say the least, but whatever the source of Van Hoody's riches, he shows no reluctance in spending them. He's bought a historic temple to serve as his home, and commissioned a private airship among other extravagant expenditures. Nice for some, eh? Yes. Yes, indeed. A little bit of political proselytising there. Cool, that swindling case had barely started before you solved it, Inspector. Yes, all in a day's work, my dear Nashu. I believe our business upon this scented hill is concluded. Let us hurry the ingredients back to Inspector Branderhill, shall we? Nod. What's this? Oh, it's the scientist guy. I may have mollified his lordship with the secrets of divine manifestation, but the stench of failure yet clings to me. I must redeem myself in his eyes by crushing my most hated foe. And there's the Lalafell. Deliver the giant tortoise liver to Branderhild in Raz-at-Han. Inspector Hildebrand tells me you have the liver to go along with this damp shroom. I don't know what that voice was either. I should just give up on the whole voices thing, because they're inconsistent as all hell anyway. Oops. A fine specimen, thank you. I will be mixing the ingredients in the starship, so let us convey Master Poopo outside that we may administer his medicine as soon as it is ready. Why do you have a... What is that outfit? You a Burger King? Oh, there you go. Poor Master Poopo. Those shadows. This should be sufficiently remote. I'll have the craft come to us and we can commence the treatment. Ping! Meow! I love the fact that I didn't hear this before. It's got braking sounds like tyres skidding. Oh god, that cobbling. Nashu's dozing off, as per usual. My eyes. An effective disguise. Oh, I feel so much better. I cannot thank you all enough. Master Poopo recovered his strength in mere moments. To seem his powers of recuperation are just as advanced as his technology. I come here from another world, a stranger you've no cause to trust, and yet you treated me so kindly. The people of this star are so very welcoming. Ah, you are our dear friend now, Master Poopo. It is our pleasure to help. I wonder whether Master Poopo is going to be involved in the... Oh, I forgot what it's called. The thing in Dawntrail where we get to go to other planets and cultivate them. Oh, good. A moth has just flown in and landed on my monitor. As I said, I'm playing in the dark, so it's one of the only light sources available. As long as it's not a spider crawling on my microphone. It will be my pleasure to harm. Oh. Lie. Nose laser engaged. Oh god. What can we do in this situation, Inspector Branderhild? Yoink. They've motion captured this. I'll not fall for the same trick twice. Oh dear lord. No. Ooh. That seems spinefully painful. Come on, Demajen, do something. Watch out for that goblin. It just catches it instead. Oh no! Oh god. What? Seriously, this they must have a dedicated team of motion capture people just for this balmy bollocks. Oh, I didn't even read what that said. I was too busy being annoyed. Amused. Annoyed? Amused by the whole thing. She's got a great arm, obviously. Oh. And this oh dear. Blank. No. Oh. What on earth? We just jam it in. Bit of good old NBA jam there. Not again! Slam dunk. Well done, us. That's just stupid. Nice. We return to this emote after the incredible motion capturing. He's just going to walk off and find Luget again, I assume. Yes. You took the full force of that destructive beam, yet there you stand, somewhat singed, but apparently unharmed. I've pondered and puzzled over this inexplicable fortitude of yours and feel compelled to... It's just because he's dense. That's what it is. He's just dense. In all ways. Are you an alien? Ha! Fine jest, but I assure you I am without a doubt an Uldan-born Manderville of terrestrial iron stock. He's Hildebrand, agent of inquiry and inspector extraordinaire. What more do you need to know? Where to even begin? But never mind, we have more pressing matters. Such as locating Master Poo-Poo's missing comrade. This time we reopen the case of the silent correspondent. Yes, exactly. And I have a firm theory as to who it was that took the wreckage and its erstwhile pilots. Van Hoody? Oh. The Sharlayans. I'm all but certain they've allied with insidious extraterrestrials, which means they'll be under orders to remove any evidence of alien activity. I wager we'll find what we're looking for in Old Sharlayan. We need only infiltrate their operations and expose this nefarious conspiracy. The Sharlayans can't be bothered to formally ally with foreign nations, much less aliens, and the Lockwood's don't count. While Master Delian's theory does lack supporting facts, we have no other promising leads to pursue at present. Moreover, I understand that Sharlayan sets the standard for monitoring astronomical and astrological phenomena. Mayhap their experts have been tracking extraterrestrial movements. What is this? I've spoken out of turn. Please forgive my presumptuousness. Hey, my friend, I too sense our path points to the Isle of Archons. Why? Pack your bags, everyone. We leave for Charlene immediately. We just stand there with arms folded, having once again been completely ignored when it comes to actual common sense. I'm intrigued as to what the quest beginning and end music is going to be like. Not from around here. Charlene awaits. We need only charter a suitable sea vessel. Of course, but does not the city lie many days sail to the north? Is there no swifter means of reaching our destination? So, this experimental aetherite will allow us to teleport there even absent attunements? Splendid! We shall avail ourselves of the technological marvel forthwith. Doesn't that make everybody feel really ill? Intrigued. Are they all just going to be going bleh, like Astinian was? At some point, I'm going to find out what this locked box is for. I just haven't done the quest. Oh, they all seem... Oh, Delian's struggling. So, this is the city of learning. The sophisticated gentleman should feel right at home here. How are you all not sick to your stomachs? Experimental aetherites make travel exponentially more fun. Sometimes I feel as though I'm the only normal person in this group of eccentrics. And he's the conspiracy theorist. This is not the time to succumb to nausea. Not here in the belly of the beast. Rumour has it the Charlene secret agents travel the star in search of specimens which they collect and bring home in service to a confidential research project. Said project is conducted in a huge underground military facility. If we're to find answers, then that's where we need to look. Labyrinthos? Not a military facility. I say this Labyrinthos sounds promising. I say we head down there and make inquiries as to the whereabouts of our missing alien friend. We simply take a lift from the Hall of Artifice, yes? And let us be on our way. How do you know that? Could you not have changed, Hildy? Ah, these must be the lifts in question. Why is nobody questioning poo-poos? Just general existence. Do you wish to descend into Labyrinthos, madam? My apologies, but each of your companions must also secure the proper permissions before we can allow them entrance. If it is assurances you need, then surely a single glance is all you require to judge us trustworthy. Yes. I could certainly make some judgments, but that is neither here nor there. Admission to Labyrinthos is subject to foreign policy. You're the ones who should be judged. I know you're hiding aliens and xenotechnology in that underground base of yours, admit it. Xenotechnology? I sincerely have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, yet again do our paths cross in a serendipitous fashion. Hello, Godbert. Father, what business? Business? What business? Again, what business brings you to Charlene? I am in search of a certain object, one crucial to the continued refinement of the Manderville weaponry. My investigations lead me to believe it is to be found here, in Labyrinthos. And as you also seem to have business down below. This is my son and his bosom companions. If I vouch for their character, will you kindly allow them to board the lift? Master Gobert Manderville, the form sent word of your impending arrival. As a member of the Syndicate, your ambassadorial status affords you an entourage of up to 5 members. Pray consider their permissions arranged. Why do we not have these kind of privileges? I know not your current mission, but for the time being, I suggest you accompany me to the Archeon. Also, there's 6 of us. Haha. Hildebrand. From what Father tells me, this storage facility is replete with samples and specimens collected from every land on Etheris. Yes. If anyone has any information concerning visiting aliens and crashed starships, it will be these studious folk. It's true. More people looking absolutely dumbfounded. A shiny silver saucer. I'm sorry, but we have no record of any such object in our archives, either whole or in part. Oh. Or so you would have us believe, but the purpose of this complex, this military fortress is plain. You cannot deny that you're conducting secret research on alien starships. We are not conducting secret research on alien starships. Yes, we did build a starfaring vessel in Thalamasin, but it was neither for military purposes nor of extraterrestrial origin. Disguising your foul lies with a sprinkling of the truth, are we? Fine, I'll dig up the facts myself and then everyone will hear what you're really up to. Yeah, okay. Well, I cannot assist you with your missing craft. I do recall seeing an individual of like appearance to your companion here. You do? And I don't know what that voice was. And where was this, pray tell? At Merial Ergonomics, the medial circuit. The lift at the back of the building will take you down there. Many thanks, my good man. Well, it seems you found yourselves a solid lead. I have my own search to attend to, so I shall bid you good hunting and good day. Thank you, Godbert, for once again proving invaluable. Another round of in-depth inquiries by an agent of inquiry and friends is in order. To Merial Ergonomics we go. Your description leads me to believe you're looking for one of the Mandragoras about. But if, as you say, it's something else you're after, then I'm not sure if I can be of much help. I've only just started working here, so you may have more luck asking the older hands. These things, just not square enough. Oh, it was a mammoth. Hello, not Thankford. Ah, you must be talking about one of those new Mandragora strains. We upped a batch of bright blue strainins, but I'm afraid they started to rot almost immediately. Huh? Not a mandra, you say? Well, the only other bluish things I can think of around here are the grapes. Look how luscious this crop turned out. Yes. Yes, indeed. Yeah, the little blue man. Saw with my own 2 eyes, I did, and it was no Mandragora. A gleaner in the company of an outside visitor passed through a little while back. Nothing too unusual there, only this friend you described was scuttling along with them. I don't know what purpose brought them to the farm, but whatever it was, they didn't tarry here long. Aha, a lead. How could anyone mistake me for a Mandragora? We look nothing alike. Master Poopy's found a new friend. Maybe they can help us find the old one. Yes. Oh dear. Wonderful! That corroborates the information I but moments ago skillfully scribbled out of this farmer. He claims to be an acquaintance with the gleaner in question, in fact, and we'll bring him to talk to us shortly. Nod. Let's run with the others. We should all be present to hear what revelations this professional collector has to share. Oh boy. What now? But at least it's not Erenville. You're the folk asking about the little blue man, yes? Oh, and you brought someone who's practically identical. You must be the same species, surely. My friend was really here then? They certainly were. If you've a moment or three, I'll tell you the whole tale. To begin at the beginning, I was in Thavno on a procurement mission when I crossed paths with an apothecary and his unusual companion. As I mentioned, the companion was almost your twin in appearance. The wagon they rode upon board a damaged vessel, the likes of which I'd never seen before. Could it be? As a collector by trade, I have a certain weakness for oddities. So I hailed the apothecary to inquire after his company and his cargo. The man was only too happy to share his story. He had, it seemed, quite recklessly plunged into the war-torn lands of Garlemald to sell his wares, reasoning that where there was conflict there would be need for medicinal goods. The state of affairs was rather more volatile than he'd anticipated, however. He was soon forced to abandon his venture, and so the apothecary began his long trek home, only to shortly thereafter to discover a strange silvery ship and its shaken pilot crash landed in a snowfield. It cannot be a coincidence. It can. The story continues. After extricating the battered vessel and its occupant from the snow, he brought them home to Vasathan. His guests wished to make repairs to the craft, yet even among the wonders of the bazaar they struggled to find suitable parts. Hearing this, I suggested they bring the wreckage itself to Labyrinthos, and after they agreed to the idea, I escorted them here myself. Alas, even the Thormers and engineers who worked on the Ark were stymied by the exotic ship, finding its technology impossible to comprehend, let alone replicate. We're going to the moon, aren't we? The little blue fellow eventually resorted to drafting schematics. In fact, I know that we're going to the moon. Or have we already been to the moon? As I said, been months. I know, we were on the moon, weren't we? The little blue fellow eventually resorted to drafting schematics. While the engineers followed these step by step to craft the essential bits and bobs, the apothecary and his companion were waiting here at Meriel. And then what happened? Well, once our industrious visitor had what they needed, they repaired the vessel in a twinkling. The pair then departed almost immediately. I've seen neither hide nor hair of them since. I'm told the apothecary paid a handsome sum for the engineer's services, but being typical Charlians, I wish they'd have happily forfeited the coin for a chance to pore over every square inch of that ship. Now, I'm no scientist, but I'm beginning to think such an incredible vessel must have been some kind of starfaring craft. That little blue man, well, he must have been an alien from another world. Also, I'd like to believe, I'm an avid reader of the Thavnarian truth, you see, and I love to entertain these idle flights of fancy. But I've rambled on too long. There are errands to attend to, and I really must take my leave. Good fortune to you. Uh-huh. Can it be true? I have a readership in Charlian. Perhaps I've misjudged these people. Should seem your comrade is hale and healthy, Master Poo-Poo, and in the company of a Hanish, I can't speak today, alchemist of undisclosed description. Yes, this is wonderful news. I am grateful indeed that we made the journey. I've a feeling this case will soon draw to a close. Come, let us return to Vasathan and continue the search. On what grounds? With what leads? Anyway, who knows? Is this going to be the end of the quest for this patch? I see you there, youth. To summarise our findings, we now know Master Poo-Poo's friend is safe and in the company of a Hanish gentleman, possibly here on this very isle. Oh, that does sound promising. Father, you returned to the city. I trust this means your own investigation was successful. That it was, although laying hands on the object of my desire has been a long and frustrating ordeal to say the least. Much painstaking research revealed to me the existence of a hereditary Manderville weapon, within which slumbers the secrets of weapon augmentation. As though I turned our ancestral home upside down, I failed to unearth the artifact in question. The reason for its absence became clear when I chanced upon the journal of one of our forefathers, who wrote of a visiting scholar's keen interest in the relic, and how he thus surrendered it into Charlian's safekeeping for study. The trail led me to Labyrinthos. As it turns out, the Charlians never did find time to conduct their analysis. The custodian and I found the curio tucked away in a dusty corner of the Archeon, still awaiting processing. Yes, they were probably doing something about saving the world and all of that jazz. And here it is! An oddity every bit as perplexing as Godbrand's cipher-bound manual. How are we to liberate its hidden wisdom? Not the Illuminati symbol, like, deliberately. Oh, I can help you with that. These devices were made by the Mandervillians, a starfaring race with whom we once traded. The Mandervillians? What? Starfaring? Mandervillians? Yes, a highly evolved species with a mastery of advanced technologies. Our people shared ideas and inventions, so I'm quite familiar with your family's relic. If you so wish, I can have the device project whatever image is restored upon it. A darkened room would afford us the clearest view, however. Then let us retire to our rooms and calm in the lanterns. We must behold these secrets in optimal conditions. So they're descended from aliens, is the implication here. It's on the floor. Oh no. Meow. Mandervillians? Coincidental naming? Is there some deeper connection? I'm just going to look at it because animating picking something up would require motion capture. And we've spent all of it on the basketball thing. the one of these just looking down, I forgot what they're called. Everyone comfortable? Let's see what the device has for us. You ever had one of those moments where it's like you feel like you've got a nosebleed coming on? My nose has just done that weird thing where it feels like it's about to start leaking. Everyone comfortable? Then let's see what this device has for us. Are they all going to look like Godbirds? Oh, it's got an old school projector sound effect to go with it. Such incongruence. Such flashbang. Much blind. Oh. I am Godbrand. No, he's not. Let's start that again. I am Godbrand, wanderer of stars and weaponsmith extraordinaire. First Lord of House Manderville. This is the Godbrand, our founding father. I record this message that my descendants may know the truth of their cosmic origins. The tale is long, but I bid you watch until the very end. Heirs of mine, I am not a man born of this star, or even a man at all. I am of the Mandervillians, a race which hails from the far side of the great expanse. Is he actually two things in a trench coat? What? Mandervillians are parasitic symbionts. We can only survive by bonding with other life forms. Oh, it's a slideshow. Yeah, that's a goblin, isn't it? Once our essence has taken root, we supplant the host mind and strengthen its physical structures, imbuing our new form with a steel-like resilience. I knew there was something alien about that impossible imperviousness. Then, through the conjoining of compatible host bodies, we produce offspring which harbour the next generation of Mandervillians. This symbiotic variant eventually takes to the stars in search of potential new vessels, adapting and multiplying. So it was that our race proliferated and spread throughout the cosmos. Until, tragically, our flourishing civilization was brought to an abrupt end. By the end, singer? Yeah. Every planet upon which we Mandervillians resided was visited by an inexplicable calamity. Our societies were brought to ruin by life forms suddenly twisted into horrific nightmares. That sounds rather familiar. So even stars far removed in time and space were ravaged by the final days. Desperate to avoid the same fate, a comrade and I boarded a ship and fled upwards into the starry night. We flew and flew until we found a planet, your planet, untouched by the phenomenon. But the rigours of the journey had so damaged our craft that we were forced to make an uncontrolled descent. Our Coblins actually said no. I alone crawled from the wreckage, badly injured and near death. Even as I resigned myself to perishing on this unfamiliar world, I was found by a man who had come looking for the falling star. As a rule, Mandervillians do not take intelligent life forms for hosts. After hearing my story, however, this sympathetic gentleman offered to become my vessel of his own accord. He was himself afflicted by an incurable malady. With little time left to live, seemed content to know that his ailing body could provide safe haven for another. Aww. With his blessing, I set about transferring my essence. The man's form was revitalized and purged of its fatal frailty, yet the mind which dwelled within was now my own. I went on to build a new home for myself here, making use of my people's technology to ply the blacksmith's trade. I wed a local lass, and together we had a child. Although not pure Mandervillian, our offspring exhibits the same enhanced physiology. A boon I suspect shall be passed down for generations through the bloodline of House Manderville. My dear descendants, the folk of this star are most fragile. As the first man I encountered did demonstrate, they are nevertheless capable of surpassing love and generosity. As the last of the Mandervillians, I have but one request to make of you. Pray employ your superlative attributes and my army of Manderville armaments for the benefit of these wonderful peoples who I hold in the highest regard. Oh dear. Okay, that took a turn that I was not expecting. What an astounding development. I, Hildebrand Heliodor Maximilian Manderville, shall heed the passionate plea of my illustrious forebear. No case is too big, nor too small. No case is too big, nor too small, should it be in service to my fellow man. Yes, I can read. And off he goes. He learns he's descending from an extraterrestrial being, and it's still business as usual. But, wait a minute. Why is Lady Julian so monstrously strong? Is she a descendant of aliens too? That is an excellent question. Well, this is most unexpected. Never did it cross my mind that our esteemed ancestor might hail from beyond the heavens. Meh. But I do wonder if that self-same blood still runs thick in our veins. The family tree I glanced over some years ago suggests that... but it is unimportant. Huh. My present purpose remains unchanged. Is there some possibility that actually they're not, and that it's still the fact that they're just dense? I will bring our Manderville weaponry to the peak of perfection for Godbrand and for the good of our star. Ah, before I forget, I have a gift for you, Demajen. Pray await me at the Aetheryte Plaza, and I shall bring it to you forthwith. Oh? Well, we did have a mystery box, didn't we? Just the quest reward. Oh. It's put us right here. Some truths can shatter the foundations of our belief when brought to light. I have to say, this wasn't one of them. The more staggering discovery was that I have devoted readers in Charlayan. Those who peruse my publication are allies against the ever-expanding webs of lies and deception without exception. I've misjudged the Charlayan people. They are not collaborators or the architects of conspiracy. They are but seekers of knowledge unafraid to plumb the depths of the unknown. He's making progress. That Master Poo-Poo, though, that one still has ulterior motives. I'd bet my life on it. Stand ready, for we shall have need of your strength when he shows his true colours. Yeah. I hope you've not been waiting long. Of course not. This is the gift I mentioned. Ah. Master Poo-Poo's on his quest inspired me to indulge in a spot of clockwork craftsmanship between weaponsmithing sessions. I thought it only fitting that you be the one to care for this diminutive simulacrum. Consider it a memento of your adventures together. Why, thank you, Godward. And as for our Manderville weaponry project, I believe my ancestors' artifact has unlocked the door to the next stage of improvements. Should you find time to offer your assistance, announce yourself to Master Gelt, and I shall endeavour to join you with utmost celerity. Till then, my dear Demajen. Not from around here. Will bleed you dry of elixirs if you aren't careful. Considering how easy they are to come by. Well, that was 55 plus minutes of... But, oh no, never mind. We're not done yet. Meanwhile, elsewhere in Thavnir, they've got such a swaggery walking animation. Is he looking for Lugai? Oh, but wait. What's this? What's going on here? Lord Van Hoody, I come with ill tidings. Professor Lugai set an ambush for his nemesis, but was once more defeated. His current whereabouts are clear. That blithering dolt. Oh, so he's got the other thingy under control. So that's where all his wealth's coming from. He's just transmuting it. He's replicating it. Is he making clones of himself? No matter. Preparations are well underway. The manifestation will proceed as planned. Manifestation? This has taken a rather sinister turn, hasn't it? What's he doing? Creating an army of clones. They're going to do the Clone Wars in... Oh god, of course, I'd forgotten about this. Extraterrestrial calamity? Cosmically altered physiology? A gentleman's man, the first of their clan, an ancestor of quality at our godbrand Manderville. Truth can be stranger than the tallest tale. See you, Inspector. That... Oh, what? Just what? Just what? Right, wind up poo-poo. I can now summon some wind up poo-poo. Right. Obviously, I can go and do more Hildebrand. But what I actually want to do is get the next stage of the Manderville weapon unlocked. Please note that on completing the quest A Spirited Reforging, you will receive a Manderville weapon for a Reaper. Please ensure you've changed to your desired job. Undertake this quest as a Reaper. Geralt seems even less enthused to see you than usual, because he's such a charming man. Oh, it's you. I suppose that bespectacled fop did mention he made some kind of breakthrough and needed to round up the usual suspects. I shall inform his lordship of your arrival. Hi. Demajen, welcome, welcome. I do hope you are prepared for another spot of modest labour, for I have plucked a new weaponsmithing secret from the depths of my father's extraordinary heirloom. My family's extraordinary heirloom. As for why Godbrand abandoned his ciphered journals, 'twould seem he desired the greater security afforded by the Relic's recording apparatus. That he so feared this knowledge falling into wicked hands bespeaks the destructive potential of what we seek to recreate. Speaking of which, this stage of augmentation will require a fundamental alteration to the weaponry's design. Godbrand understood that individual wielders have different needs and preferences and thus conceived of a method to modify each armament's base qualities. Essential to the process is a new type of oil known as Manderville. Manderville. By subtly adjusting the precise ratio of ingredients for this coating, we can influence the paths of ethereal conductivity as we see fit. Ugh, more bloody oil. The oil's chief ingredient is once again derived from a meteorite, specifically an achondrite with amplifying properties. So many out of this world materials, but 'tis unsurprising now that we know the alien origin of Godbrand's weaponsmithing techniques. Which clearly you haven't told Geralt about. Alien origins, you say? Little wonder I weren't familiar with them. As has become customary, I shall prepare the bulk of the necessary resources whilst you procure our supply of achondrites. Oh aye, a lovely bloody custom that is. Man of your means, I reckon you could buy a mansion them space rocks as well. And I would gladly do so, except the merchant in question will accept naught less than a specific type of tombstone in trade. As much as it pains me to impose upon Demajen further, she is the best equipped to handle that onerous task. Yes, don't know why I keep looking at the camera, it's not on. I'm so used to it when playing Final Fantasy though. These improvements call for drastic reforging, and it is your expertise that shall see us succeed or fail as well, Master Geralt. Oh, it's still 25 degrees in here, so it's not gone up. Fine, fine, I'll shut me gob and do as I'm told. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm getting the distinct impression you've lost interest in this project. You bloody think? Look, I took this job to pay off my drinking debts. Now that I've managed that, I've got no desire to keep working for an underdressed, overprint pretentious sauce. I see. Admittedly, even from the beginning, your distaste for me was rather poorly concealed, and I fear such festering antagonism will adversely affect our smithing endeavours. Yes, let us resolve our differences over a flagon of fine spirits or several as circumstances dictate. All at my expense, of course. Free liquor, is it? Then you'd best be bringing your biggest purse. Oh, God. Demajen, you must join us. If you'll be so kind to secure a table at the Majestic, I shall be along in short order. Oh, dear Lord, what is going to happen here? The hammering continues. Something tells me, Gelt's debt is about to go up again. Or maybe they will just become fastest of friends. This table is empty. I mean, that's not an empty table. That is, in fact, a patch of floor, but... Oh, the comedy music begins. Bum, 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 bum. Aho! A splendid night for a spiritus beverage. God, I can't read. Spiritus beverages. Spiritus. You sure about this, are you? I've a mighty thirst, and I'll not be slighted by the cheap stuff. What of you, Demajen? Will you be following Master Gelt's fine example? Oh. I might have one or two. Very well, then I shall order us all the same to start. What's it gonna be? And just what? Your beverages, Lord Godbert. Enjoy. To our health, my friends. The next morning. That's got a lime on it. Right, no point beating about the bush. I rated your guts for a good long while now. Ah, so even my insides offend you. Why might that be? Thoughts for a proper artisan? Devotion. Oh yeah, because for a proper artisan, devotion to your craft ought to be your #1 priority. But you are founding a consortium or building some fool's playground for fleecing the masses. You're a bloody merchant, that's what you are. You believe my devotion is insufficient, then? Yet our works require not only the sweat of our brow, but capital to cover expenses, no? Thus does not a steady revenue facilitate the creative process? In that respect, my business ventures have allowed me to indulge in goldsmithing projects I could never have otherwise afforded. Is it not true that you craft kettles as a mean to repay loans, or simply make ends meet? Would not a substantial source of wealth spare you such tedious drudgery and empower you to pursue your heart's desire? Booze! We're gonna need more booze over here. Just random cocktail shaking. What really? Sound means when you say your arse of the syndicate. How can you craft thought worthwhile with your head buried in political shite? You may be surprised. My participation in Ildor's governance opened my eyes to a different world, which in turn provided great inspiration for several original pieces. Well, you can keep your bleeding face. I want nothing to do with prissy rule makers of your ilk. Need more drinks. You and your bloody reasonable arguments. Bitch sods ain't got a clue what it's like for poor buggers like me. What have you got against wearing clothes anyway? You barely wear anything, Gelt. We are more alike than you realise, Master Gelt, especially when it comes to the simplicity of our attire. Godbert isn't even vaguely affected by the alcohol by the look of it. Ah, it's all clear now. You're the master craftsman. Ah, we're starting failure. A failure! Oh God. Oh, Ina, how's you? Ah, bugger it. I'm a sorry excuse for a Smitty, and that's all that matters. He seems to be mistaking you for someone else. Perhaps you could offer him a kind word? Geralt, you're a snivelling disgrace to your profession. You always give it to me straight. I appreciate that. Right, I'm done whooping into my cups. I'll fix up them weapons and do what else with the money. I do it for my own damn sense of pride. Look at him. Oh dear. Again, motion capturing. Twin Team Master Geralt has overcome his aversion to our partnership. Splendid! Although I never would have guessed carrot juice could be so intoxicating. What? I was concerned for our good smith's health, you see, and had Miliel switch his spirits to something less potent several rounds ago. My hand's liquors are sublime, but too much could wreak havoc on a man's constitution. Geralt just can't handle it then. Oh dear. Oh dear. There was a time when I too devoted every waking moment to my craft. But alas, running a mercantile empire comes with its own responsibilities. Monetary woes notwithstanding, I do envy Master Geralt's purity of purpose. And on that note, let us return to our appointed acquisitions. We shall require 3 chunks of the aforementioned chondrite as soon as you are able. Grab them from the vendor next to the Aetheryte Plaza, blah blah blah. I didn't actually check how much these will cost, but I assume it's 500 apiece. Well. Attractive and gravity defying. Well. Back to the Aetheryte Plaza we go. To spend more of... I'm not going to say hard-earned tomestones, because I literally just kind of amassed them in the random bits and pieces that I do play. I needed, what, 3? As expected. Make sure I'm buying the right ones. Winning. With the amazing Manderville Scythe in your inventory or armory chest, deliver it to Geralt. Do I have another scythe that I can put on? Ah, what am I doing? I usually keep one knocking around for just such a purpose, but... Ah, the heat of the furnace has me all sobered up. Let's have them special rocks then. Oh, I reckon that's enough. But there's one other thing that's been bothering me. There's Rowena there at the man. I don't rightly remember. Ah, forget it. Let's get his lordship over there before I lose my will to... Let's get his lordship over here before I lose my will to forge. Ting, ting, ting. Now for the finishing touch, the Manderville oil. Before we can finalise the mixture, however, you must tell us how you wish your weaponry to serve you in battle. The ratio of the coating's ingredients will greatly influence the armament's various qualities, so think carefully ere you give an answer. Let us learn about Manderville weaponry attributes. You can choose 3 attributes to add to your newly augmented Manderville weaponry. One of these attributes will be set to a lower value than the other 2. Once you've adjusted the values to your liking, select Confirm to finalise your decision. Resetting your weapon's attributes will require an additional chunk of amplifying a chondrite, so consider your choices carefully. Let's adjust them. Oh. Oh. Ah. But I don't know what I want. Isn't it direct and crits that I usually use? And then I want... I don't think I need skill speed. Whatever. Understood. Your wish is our command. I don't even know what the Scythe previously had, so... Ooh! Oh, that's different looking. And 'tis done. You're holding the results of undying devotion to craft and excellence. A majestic Manderville war scythe. Ah, it's very green. Had you not so bravely confessed your grievances that evening, I dare say this degree of collaborative work would have remained unattainable. Well, my memories are mighty fuzzy on that score, but I'll take my victories where I can get them. As always, Demajen, should you wish to enhance other Manderville weapons in your possession, you need only say the word. My diligent retainer is at your service. Lord Gobert, though it shames me to admit, the expertise necessary to manufacture the max element of the oil is beyond my limited alchemical knowledge. Now look at me. If I could mix magic potions, I'd grown my hair back long ago. Oh, I am aware it would prove an insurmountable feat for you as well, which is why I've employed a master alchemist. Bloody odd tasting clothes, but at least he's wearing some. Ah, newest addition to the House Manderville retinue will assist with further augmentations and oversee the preparation of the oil. He will also be available to readjust your weapon's properties should you but bring him the required quantity of chondrites. He's got very nice hair. Not so sold on the facial. Hair. This has been a monumental step forward, my friends. Yet one stage remains ere the Manderville weapon's evolution can be considered complete. I know you was leading up to that. Let me guess. Let me guess. We're to sit here in breathless, bleeding anticipation while you sort out what comes next. Precisely. Preparing the process is like to be a lengthy endeavour, so I do suggest you continue breathing. The final step is upon us, Demajen. Pray indulge this ambition of mine one last time. Bow. Nod. Is Spirited Reforging 645. Complete. Manderville weapon readjustments are now available from the House Manderville Alchemist at the High Crucible of Alchemia. Collecting the single required chunk of amplifier and equip the weapon you wish to... Yes. Yes, indeed. Reforged Majestic Manderville weapon. Right. Oh, is it going to have the weird fold out animation? Yes, it does. It's very green and glowy. I wasn't actually expecting it to be green or glowy. It's very much changed shape. Right, so this is... Oh, is this the... This is the one without the glow? Oh, the matte replica. Or a glowy replica. See, I quite like that one. That one's quite... I prefer the colours of this one, but I like the glow effects of this one. It's a shame they can't combine them. It's interesting that they've got a map app, a matte replica. It's like they knew that people were going to think the glow was a little bit too much. You can buy those as and when I desire. I'm not super keen on the kind of general shape, but I do like the glow. It's very Death Knight. Can it be dyed? It can be dyed. What kind of dye can we put on it? It can go red. But obviously it doesn't change the colour of the glow, because why would it? Well, we'll leave as is. Leave as is for now. That is going to do it for that session. I will, because I know that there's no way that I can get the required well, I don't have the time, essentially, or the patience, or the fortitude to get the tomestones necessary for the next step, because I assume there's going to be another 500 necessary for the next and final step. So there's no need to go and rush through this now. I can save it for when I've got a free moment after doing the MSQ, or maybe if I want to take a break from the MSQ, I can go and do it, you know, once the camera's on and hopefully it's cooled down a bit. Because it's still 25.5 degrees in here, and it's what? It's after 11 PM at this point, and I've had the window open for basically the entire day, but there's no breeze or anything really coming in. Not complaining, you know, the weather's lovely. It's just not great for putting the camera on and so on and so forth. Until next time, this has been Demajen. I don't know whether this is going to be my glam going into Endwalker. Yeah, going into Dawntrail. Unsure, but that has been my. Was that 6.5s? Or was that 6.4s? Manderville questline. I don't even know, actually. At this point, I'll put an annotation on the screen because I'll go and look that up. Thank you for watching. Stay safe. We'll see you all in Tulialal and onwards into Dawntrail, where there will be obviously a deluge of content coming out from me. Cheerio. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, why not click the like button and consider subscribing. Remember, you can ring the bell notification icon to get notified when new videos go live. And until next time, cheerio.